Um, Art is one of the major identities of a people's culture. Art is very important to our society because aside the fact that it gives us a platform to exploit our creativity, aside the fact that it is a form of entertainment, a form of leisure, it most importantly creates employment opportunities for millions of people. Has Kenya done enough to ensure that its art is branded in such a way that it can be exported so that our young people get employment opportunities? This is the Dan Franco Show, and so we are going to be dissecting into this important, this vital issue with my good friend Francis Elishifa. Hey, Francis, how have you been?
I'm good.
You're good, eh?
Yeah.
Um, we're going to dive straight into it, and let me ask, Kenya, on a rating of between 0 to 10, where would you rate our art industry?
In terms of marketing or in terms of talent?
I'm speaking from the point of rating holistically. How holistically, just marketing, everything, investment into art.
Out of 10, maybe 4.
4.
Yeah.
That is below average.
Before average, because in terms of marketing, it's still low. In terms of actually nurturing talents, it's still low. Because when we are saying art, we are including in terms of even sports.
Mm.
No,
Mm.
so like it is still down. 4. Even 4, it's much.
For you're overrating us.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to point out some of the few issues, just some of them, that you feel, or let me be particular with the music industry. What do you think our society has done that has somehow stunted our growth in terms of music?
They are not patriotic. They don't appreciate the talents we have. Even the young generation around maybe from 17 to 25. They appreciate more of that from abroad. Artists from maybe CK from Nigeria, or American artists, but they don't appreciate artists from Kenya. No, the more you listen the content of Kenya, the more you subscribe, the more you listen, the more the music are actually played in our mainstream radios and TV. That's why that's in a mode or a way of appreciating and encouraging our artists to perform. But if we are encouraging or we are playing audios and content from outside Kenya, we are demeaning that we don't have talents and creative Kenyans. Yeah.
I'll still continue to major on music, and I'm going to pose the question that we listen to Nigerian beats, we listen to Tanzanian beats, we listen to European white beats, we listen to South African beats, and do not listen to our own Kenyan beats.
Yeah.
Don't you think that one of the reasons that lead to that is the fact that maybe our artists, there is the music, the beat, but maybe it falls short of the content. There is no message in our music, maybe.
The taste and preference is what controls the market.
Mm.
What things were good for you may not apply for me. So we cannot say they don't have content. If you don't listen, you can't judge. If you don't give them time, you cannot say they don't have. But what you actually media plays a major role in controlling and actually appreciating the content of our local artists. If media actually uplifts the talent or plays audios from outside Kenya, how can and that indigenous person from up country like interior village who has a radio know that maybe Otile Brown has a new song, who actually that person cannot access to social media? I think taste and preference control. So you can't say at the content of Kenya or artists from Kenya, they don't have that creative ideas that can actually attract audience from Kenya. It's more about exposing our talent. When you expose it, then I think we have ideas and creative songs and actually all about art, poems. I think tuko sawa tu.
Okay, we cannot have the conversation of art and fail to mention the important thing called the media. And with the media, I mean newspapers, TVs, radios. How important are they, the media, when it comes to matters of development of talent?
The media, the core thing in terms of art, always nurturing and exposing. If maybe a certain media covers maybe an 18-old or a 17-old guy performing a poem, there's that person who ataona huyo kijana afanya poa, encourage another person who ambaye atakuwa she'll have that has a poem at your college, and maybe she or he can actually do much. I think media can play in terms of exposing, nurturing, because it is actually, we say media balances the community. If these are dominant, they are not dominant, media can balance. If maybe a certain religion has dominated in terms of all the talent has been nurtured, media can come and nurture the one that are not dominant, so that it can equalize. So inastahili ku nurture and expose the ideas.
Okay, now there is the former director of the Kenya Films Classification Board, KFCB, Ezekiel Mutua, and he found himself so many times in conflict with Kenyan artists because of what he termed as disseminating explicit content. The likes of Akodhe, the likes of Sauti Sol were victims of Ezekiel Mutua. Do you think that the explicitness in our art, in our music, for example, in our movies, may serve to adversely, to negatively affect how our content performs out there in the market?
The roles are not made to demoralize a person, but actually to shape the culture and the way we learn our things. Because when we are creating content, we create a content that are guided by the law and the constitution. We cannot say that she or he has a good idea, but that idea or the way he is presenting it, it is not actually, it is against the law. So even if you have that creative idea, even if you can do much better compared to that of artists from outside Kenya or outside Africa, you must be that given circumference and of law, so that maybe as you present your idea, you cannot go against the norms of a certain society. So usiseme ati because we are so strict, we are demoralizing or discouraging. We are actually shaping. If for example you make or produce a video now, and internet does not forget. And maybe that video you actually present, it's become not good. Actually, it gets more critics. Will you be happy to see that video to your sons some years come? So you need to be more ethical
and sensitive to moral issues. Yeah. The last question, as we conclude this interview, the Kenyan art industry, and with art, art is holistic. There is music, there are movies, there is drawing. Art is just so wide. Where do you see our art in the next 10 years, Kenya?
Governance. If we will have good governance, Kenya, the leaders becomes more patriotic, and the government appreciate that art is a form of employment, and actually give them funds and tuondoe mambo na corruption. As Arya said, then in 10 years to come, or some years to come, maybe be flank 7 out of 10.
We'll be at 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
An increment of 3 from the current 4, which you gave us. Yeah.
If we'll have more and good reforms.
Okay. Yeah. If you're going to have good reforms, then our art industry is going to go to the next level, and that is how we're going to bring things to a close here on the Dan Franco Show. Make sure to smash that follow button, and you're never going to miss content whenever we upload. My name is Danson Kiruma. I was with my good friend Francis Elishifa. Goodbye for now.